So the first thing you want to do when you cook good pasta is to take the ketchup and throw it away. And throw it away. So let's say that your flatmate left pasta in the fridge for quite a few days, and let's say that you have eggs in the fridge. So what you can do is a pasta omelette. So how you do this? You take a frying pan like this, quite large. You put it on the fire. You put the fire at the maximum that you can. On the other side, then meanwhile you take a bowl like this, and you put the eggs inside. More or less 4 eggs for 300 grams of pasta. It's okay. Some salt. Pepper. And most important, Parmigiano. Then you take a fork and you mix. Then, when it's very hot, you put the pasta in the pan. It doesn't have to burn, but it has to become crispy. After 2 minutes, you put down the fire, more or less middle average power, and you mix. And every few minutes you mix it again. Then after 5 minutes you put the fire a little bit lower and you put the eggs. And then you mix it in a way that becomes homogeneous. Then after 1, 2, 3 minutes you put a cover on top with a little bit of space. So now we will turn it upside down. So do you know that you can turn it upside down? When you see that the top is more or less solid. So what you do carefully is to put the cover. You see, it's not burned, it's just crispy. And you put it upside down. You cover again and you wait other 3 minutes. So how it is?
This shit is so awesome. What is it? It's so good. It's like pasta, but it's also an omelette.
A pasta omelette.
No way. Where's the ketchup?
No, there is no ketchup.
Where's the ketchup?
Hello, I am Chef Diane DeMeo and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are doing something extra fun and extra innovative. We are making a linguine with uni, and that's sea urchin, and a little bit of fish roe and quail eggs. Super easy, super quick, and super tasty. I like to use linguine in this dish, but you don't have to. You can use angel hair pasta, fettuccine, spaghetti. Now that I said all that, let's get cooking. First thing I will do is chop just a little bit of parsley. I like to add parsley to my sea urchin because it adds flavor, color, and a little bit of dimension. Notice that I'm not actually chopping it too fine because you don't want to lose it in the dish. And I don't really care about removing my leaves from the stem. Who cares? Why waste your time? All right, that was done. Next, I'm going to do garlic. Garlic in this dish is essential, and you want to make sure that you have nice slices. It could be super thin, but make sure that you have slices. It adds another dimension to the sauce. I like to go with about, I'd say, 5 or 6 garlic cloves. And that's about it. And I want to show you something. This is a pallet of uni. Generally, don't let them rip you off because in a normal store or if you go to your fishmonger, this will run you about $45 to $50. If you go to a Korean store or an Asian store, you can buy a pallet like this for about 15 bucks. I got my pallet there, my pasta, linguine, my water's ready, so I need to put that in because the pasta is going to take about 8 to 10 minutes. And like I said, this is a super easy dish, so you don't want to spend too much time waiting for the pasta to finish. So my water is nice and hot, and that's what you want to make sure because it'll cut your cooking time in half. And in goes my pasta. I'm going to use about a half a pound. Let's get that in there. I don't like to break my pasta, that's kind of cheater. So I make sure the water is hot, the pasta bends, and it goes right in. Break it up. Do I like to add salt to my water? No, because then my pasta is too salty and I can't distinguish it from the salt that I'm going to put into my actual dish. Let it go. I cover it because it cooks a lot quicker and I'll check back in about 5 to 8 minutes. But in the interim, we're going to start to make our quail eggs. Let's get the oil in there. Make sure the oil is nice and hot, otherwise the egg will stick. Here we go. And as it's cooking, I have hot oil. I'm going to slightly turn my pan and cover it with the oil. As you see, as I'm doing this, the top of the egg is actually getting cooked. My egg is ready to go. And out it comes onto my plate. Next. In we go. Oil bath. Voila. Finished. Okay, got our eggs ready to go. Next step. Now, I'm using a wok. Why do I use a wok? Because a wok for me, when I'm sauteing something, has a great value in terms of how it heats up, and it evenly heats up, and the sauteing in it is superb. You're gonna see that this pot will get hot quicker than any other surface that I've known. Right now, it's ready to go. Get a decent amount of oil. Part of this uni goes right in because I like to start to mash it to give my oil a bit of flavor. Next, I will add my garlic. Get that in there nicely. And then I add a little bit of chicken stock. This is my base for my pasta. A little bit of creamed uni, some garlic, oil. One thing I'll impress on you is some people are a little afraid of uni. Don't be. It has an amazing taste. It's not just meant for sushi. You can do anything with it. Like you see, I'm making a nice pasta dish with it. So good. The garlic, the uni, the chicken stock, and the salt. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. I'm going straight out of the pot into the next pot. Voila. Now you notice that I have only half the pallet of uni in there, and there's a reason for that, because I'm just going to do a nice toss through at the very end. I'm going to add all of my parsley now, well, half of it. We can see it won't need all that. So it just kind of wilts in with that. A little more chicken stock, real. A tad bit more salt. Toss it through. And last and final stage, we're going to throw in the rest of that delicious uni. Now I don't want this to cook through too much. Holy mackerel! Okay, we're ready to plate this. It's so delicious. There's that uni in there. All right, there it is. Get a nice doppel. In a row, finish it off with a quail egg. Remember, as I always say, aesthetics, aesthetics, aesthetics. People eat with their eyes first, and then they taste it. Linguine, sea urchin, quail egg with a little bit of fish roe. All right, what I normally do is I like to crack open my quail egg and kind of mix it into the bite. That's just me. Super tasty. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is gonna be messy, and that's okay. Biggest spoonful ever. Oh, okay. It's like a fresh ocean breeze. The uni is so creamy, the garlic, you don't even taste the chicken stock. But when you hit the fish roe and the quail egg, it's like a mouthful of delicious, creamy yes. This is linguine with sea urchin or uni with quail egg, fish roe. Absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because you'll be making a dish with me every single week just like this. I'll see you soon. Hello, I am Chef Diane DeMayo, and today's super tasty, sexy date dish, we are making a Vietnamese-style marinated pork chop with scallion salad and a little bit of sautéed choy sum.
In this lesson, we will see how to open a pack of pasta. So let's suppose that you have to open a pack of pasta like this. The most wrong way to do it is to open it taking apart the sides of the plastic bag.
Fuck, again!
Instead, what you have to do is to take the pack of spaghetti in the center, take a deep breath, 1, 2, 3, and it's done. As a variation, you can open the pack of pasta on the back of your flatmates.
Stop opening fucking pasta on me every day, every morning.
Or while dancing in the kitchen. Or you can do it on the chest of your flatmates, but this requires much more attention and precision.
Fucking hell.